Hey, I'm Kev Hillman. Welcome back to Monster Energy Supercross. Has Kev Hillman made his debut in the 250 West Series last time out in Anaheim, California. Didn't have the best time of it, but it was a fantastic race. Can he do even better around the stadium of San Diego in San Diego? As here goes Hillman then for the first of his 3 qualifying laps. As you can see, the tyre's been changed up. You can definitely see the logo on his back of his jersey now, the bright blue. You can see the GoPro bike, definitely Yamaha this time as well. So, all different colours from last year when he had the red. This time it's all about the blue, yellow and white. As you go through the hairpin here in San Diego, the Padres Stadium for the MLB, for the baseball. Much more used to that than these Supercross riders attacking like a hell around this Supercross course with all the dirt, with quite dry dirt in looks as well. You see a bit like that dry section I had in Anaheim with the lighter dirt. And a very short lap as well, 101.6 from Hillman. Not too bad. We're going to be approaching 12 or 13 laps in the race. I do like this very short course. Mostly about the jumps, mostly about keeping that momentum up, not hitting the blocks on the outside. You can see even when you do, you can just about keep the bike upright. Let's go through the hairpin. You can even take that in 3rd gear. Go over this whoop section, which you can't really see as well. Once again clipping the blocks on the outside. There's Jeremy Martin now up to 2nd. That's the really tricky corner of that right-hander. As Hillman investigates all the blocks, make sure they're working. Yeah, definitely are. We'll go past the start. Now into the final couple of corners. Keep some momentum up. That's not a good lap though. Down to 5th as we approach the final lap now for Hillman in qualifying. Looking to grab at least the top 5 from this race. Maybe even the podium as well. If he wants to be in the top 3 in the championship and be battling for the championship. Even in the early part of this season, remember, just 9 rounds. You have to be so consistent. If you're not winning, at least grab top 5s and podiums and keep yourself right up there, which is of course the hardest. It's Las Vegas to do that, but everywhere else, if you're at least around the top 5, you're going to be right up there heading to Vegas, which of course Hillman managed to do in the East Championship. They're trying to do it over in the West, so someone gets into the back of him. The penultimate corner, and through the final corner, cuts that rider off as once again around a 101.6. As playtime is over for Hillman, rather quick clears Justin Hill at the top with Shane McGrath, who of course won that first race of the season of Aaron Plessinger. We've got Martin Davos, then Mitchell Oldenburg ahead of Jeremy Martin, Jimmy DeCotis and Austin Fortner, who was definitely Hillman's Scrooge in that last race, with it everywhere. Then we've got Carl Chisholm as well in 10th, rounding out the top 10 on this Honda. As you look further back, who's in last? We've got Kevin Wilson, 31st, good first name. And then Joseph Smith, should I say, in last on the Suzuki. So can Hillman have a good heat race and get through to the main event? Let's see his high side revving up in the middle, alongside Weird and Andy Coptis with Oldenburg. Plessinger on the outside. Let's get underway here in San Diego for the 4-minute heat race, and already couple riders being pushed wide. The first couple of corners, this is Hillman with the butt patch, you can see bye-bye on the butt as well. That's how he goes over a rider. Haven't seen that often. So we're up to 3rd behind Chase and Mitchell Oldenburg. Not too bad. Dan Reardon in 4th and Thomas Wolfe in 5th. He's not good in qualifying, but seems to be a pretty handy racer. Let's go around the outside of Chase for 2nd. No, too high into the hairpin. Couldn't get the cut back on the exit as Hillman got short gears for this event. As oh, there goes Oldenburg down from the lead. And he takes advantage, does Hillman, to grab it on his opening lap. He's got Chris Howe in 4th. We've got Stephen in 5th, or did, as now here comes Plessinger. Here comes Mitchell Oldenburg back after crashing. Oh, he takes out Hillman. But still, the now Yamaha rider rejoins in 3rd. It seems like the top 3 had a bit of a break of it after that first lap. And I said Hillman with the short gearing. He's going to be changing gear all the time over these jumps. He goes down the inside. Plessinger down on the blocks. Plessinger pushes him onto the blocks. And Hillman down from a qualifying position. But look at that quick. He makes it back up. 40 into the top 5 again. So that fall never happened. Gets up to top gear. Getting a bit too high in that hairpin. Has to take that middle line, it looks like. Make it through there. But oh, someone's down in front and that's blocked. Chase, he's blocked up Hillman down for the 3rd time this race, but still in the top 5. There's Stephen with Dan in 7th. There's all Michael Potter now trying to make a move for 5th. Someone goes wide in the final corner. We're going on to the 3rd lap. He's still in 5th. Still qualifying in one of the top spots. Having a top 10 start position for the main event. This is not just about making it through in the top 9. It's about being right up there as well. So have a good gate for the first corner. But as you can see, maybe it doesn't even matter. Because there's just all kinds of madness happening as Dan Reardon trying to make a move on Hillman. Maybe the short gearing's not working as well as he would like around this course. Now he has to stick to medium for the main event. As he's taking his own line through that corner. Seems to be working though. There's all in this, like Chase went down in front from 4th. And here comes Thomas Wolf round the outside. But Hillman down the inside. Oh, Wolf can't take the pressure. Goes down immediately. Someone had retired him. It's finally a decent lap for Hillman. 103 though, maybe not decent. But he's still in the top 5. Chasing down Chase. And this penultimate lap. We've got Chris Howe in 3rd. You can see him at all. In California. This Hillman now just playing with the blocks. I'm not sure he's even bothered about getting 4th from Chase. We've got Michael Potter behind in 6th. Dan Reardon in 7th. Something getting out of the groove into that hairpin. So that's a better jump section there, but again, awful right-hander. He's got to clear that jump. He's got to make it a triple if he wants to have good lap time to be right up there in the main event. He's got to work on that on this final lap. As here comes Dan Reardon, wanting to claim 5th. Hillman having none of it as he goes into the final lap, and Justin Hill up to 7th. It's now Hillman down to 6th. He's in danger here of not qualifying for the main event as there's a gang of them behind Reardon. It is not just Dan here. So Hillman got to be careful as look at this elbow to elbow. Over the jumps, all of them. Into the hairpin, Reardon pushes him wide. Hillman gets the cutback though. Gets in front. As he chasing down Howe for 3rd. In front. So he got over these jumps. Oh, he was. That's no. What are you doing, blocks? Getting in the way. And look at that. That's allowed. Reardon through as Mitchell Oldenburg wins ahead of Aaron Plessinger. Hillman, awful race. Gearing did not work as he ends up in 6th. But he does make it through in 6th ahead of Justin Hill, Michael Potter and Thomas Rolfe, who just sneaks through ahead of Jordan Parker. Best of the last chance qualifiers. That's the top 5 with Dan Reardon. You've got Chase, Markra. Don't know how to say that surname. As Chris Howe in third, Aaron Plessinger in second, and Mitchell Oldenburg at the top on his KTM. So can Hillman have a much better heat race with the medium gearing?
Hi everybody, I'm Ralph Shaheen. We are in California for another spectacular round of Monster Energy AMA Supercross and FIM World Championship. Petco Park in San Diego is packed full of enthusiastic race fans who are anxious to get this one underway. It's main event time in San Diego. Listen to that crowd. He is definitely the favorite. Let's see if he can capitalize on that energy and get the win. The riders are lined up. The gate is about to drop. Who will get the whole shot?
Let's take that high side right in the middle in 11th. As he revs up the engine. Gets underway here. Maybe held the clutch a bit too long at the start as he's dropped back. That allows the chaos in front. As he's been caught up. Got tagged from behind as you saw that block causing chaos in the middle. Trying to get a good getaway over the jumps. Back up to 8th, to 7th. He's actually making up positions here on the opening lap. Hillman until Jensen trying to take him out. Still up to 7th. And remember, he's back to medium gearing for this main event. Hopefully it bodes well for him. Seems to so far. Look at this, flying over the jumps. He goes into the final one. Oh, gets caught up by a rider going down. That's Michael Potter in front, as he's got Aaron Plessinger in 5th. Trying to slide it a bit earlier into that penultimate corner, into the final corner. Can use the banking, seems to be a bit better. Does this medium gearing, especially for that final jump. It's gone to the next lap, chasing the top 5 right in front. So much better opening that for Hillman this time around. Not down in 17th, having to fight and battle for the top 6, which he now has ahead of Michael Potter. There you can barely see these whoops. Trying to take that medium line through that corner, just about succeeding. And see, taking a wide eye as well, Plessinger down. And his stranded bike slows down Hillman. He tries to get a good run. As look at this, a top 4 flown away. Got Shamaraf at the back of it. You also got Mitchell Oldenburg there. As here comes Plessinger back down the inside of Hillman. Very aggressive. Got Michael Davalos leading. As here comes Michael Potter now wanting to have a go at Hillman. So just thanks to Plessinger being way too aggressive there. In the pass, they have to push Hillman wide. Just look at 4.7 behind 4th. As here comes 5th and 6th then. Trying to catch up to the top 4. There's Hillman getting a much better run over these jumps. He's definitely getting better at this. Hoping Plessinger doesn't go down. Oh, he hasn't tripled it though. Look how much that cost him. It cost him a couple of seconds to Plessinger. Just not making that 3rd jump. Maybe he needed long gearing round here. Goes for the final corner. That's not even the fastest lap that lap, and that was alright. He goes through the first corner. And now he's 5.6 off 4th. Got to keep an eye on that gap. As he tries to build the gap behind too, Michael. Look at that running wide. Horrible jump. He can't get that final jump through that right-hander. Look at Plessinger already near the back of Shane Marath in front. Actually, that's the battle for the podium we're looking at. Got slightly confused there. This is 2 seconds behind Plessinger. That's all because of the jump coming up. this jump. That's better, but still doesn't need to be casing it, needs to be making it. Let's look at that slide into the penultimate corner. That is going to be very rough on the final lap. He sets a 101.1. Better that time. His blocks are appearing out of nowhere. It goes a bit high into that hairpin. But he's keeping the gap stable to Plessinger in front. And that's definitely the best run he's had through that right-hander. 3 seconds back now, but the gap to Maraf is similar, around 5.4. As he's got Jesse Nelson behind, Jimmy Nicotis in 8th. So while he's in 6th, this is a much better 6th than the last race. There's all someone slow in front. On down! It's Mitchell Oldenburg as there. Finally Hillman nails that jump. Gets into the top 5. You can see Plessinger right in front who had to slow down for Oldenburg. He joins in 6th though. Go for the final corner. Oh, 59.6, that's more like it. But Miller's look at Nicoletti in 2nd. Oh, race from Phillip. As look at the gap in front for podium is closed. Plessinger very slow over those jumps. Hillman all over the back of Aaron. Looking round the outside into the hairpin. 4th. Gets him back. And now 3rd and 2nd are right in front. There's Shane up to 2nd now. Head of Phillip. Who's having a fantastic race, but seems to be slowing down around this halfway mark of it. So here goes Hillman. Oh, just about. Survives that jump. And into the right hander, you can see how difficult that corner is. Definitely the most difficult corner on the circuit. Hillman once again in the 59s, right in the back of Nicoletti for a podium. What about this for his Yamaha debut? In 3rd. As we've got Shane Makarov in 2nd, and what the hell? Come on. Rear end just going loose out of nowhere. It's now, he's back down to 6th. All that work to get up to 3rd, onto the podium places. All gone in the whip of a bike. But he's still right in front. We've got over 3 minutes left. We've got around 5 laps left. It's not over for Hillman, but getting 2nd might be. As he gets slowed down there by Oldenburg, he's down again. It's the KTM who wants to take back 5th. Hillman having none of it until Oldenburg just pushes him wide. What an arsehole. So Hillman just goes into the back of him. Like, what the hell was that for? Gonna try and dive down the inside to the left hand, and Oldenburg's down. And Hillman trying to be up the Wild West there, taking back 5th. There's Nicoletti down to 4th now, behind Plessinger's on the podium out of nowhere. Nicoletti slowing down a lot. Look at this. Wasn't even there for Hillman to pass him. And now here comes Hillman chasing down Plessinger again in this race for a podium. What a podium this would be. But only got 3 laps to do it. So that's a good run. Much better over that jump. Into the penultimate corner. Gripped it round nicely. Don't even need to use the rear brake for that penultimate corner. As that's more like it. A minute that time. 2.7 gap to make up. This is a good lead for Davalos. Davalos in the lead. But it's all about Hillman chasing down Aaron for his final podium spot. After that crazy whip in that section where he finally got into 3rd and then chucked away almost immediately. He's chain being chased down as well by Plessinger. There goes Hillman over these set of jumps, which he's definitely nailing now. Nailing that jump better. Still stacked it slightly, cased it, should I say. Let's go through the right hand and then into the left hander. Gonna flow into that final corner. He sets a 59. Second quicker than the leader, but look at the gap. Still 2 seconds in front. Plessinger having a decent that time. Oh, that's high into the hairpin. Can't afford to be making mistakes now, Hillman. Got to be flawless in these last couple of laps. And again, wide. Into the right-hander. Just about makes it work, though. As you can see, second and third. About to be attached at the hip. As we approach the final lap of this race. Just a lap and a half to go. Leader could not be happier, but Hillman would be unhappy about that. Not having an extra lap to catch down Plessinger. Oh, he kicks up the block in front as he chases second, as Hillman chases third. Got some fantastic riding going on in San Diego. 1.8 seconds to gap now. Just 0.8 of a second between second and third, though. Now, if they start battling, Hillman could be quids in here. Be hoping that happens. As he goes very wide on that right-hander again, but fantastic drive off the corner. You can see 2.6 behind Plessinger, who's now got a 1.7 gap in front to McElrath, as there goes the leader to the right-hand side. Oh, and Hillman very wide into that hairpin, but look at that, you can see Plessinger right in front, chasing. Oh, and gets into the blocks. What are you doing on this final lap, Hillman? No! Could have had a final corner dive, but now he's going to have to settle for fourth. He should have been on the podium with his pace as well. Just made too many mistakes. But still, fourth. Another solid result for the championship. As the last race is around 20 seconds off the lead. Now he's 13. As he is 2.6 seconds off debut podium in the rest series, but over 10 seconds there with Jesse Nelson behind. In fifth as Martin Davalos wins on the Husqvarna. Then the KTM Shane McElrath, and then Aaron Plessinger in third on the top Yamaha. With Yamaha in fourth, and then the KTM ran out top five, head of fifth. Nicoletti on the podium for so long, but the Suzuki just could not keep it together in the second half of the race. And Mitchell Oldenburg, who made so many mistakes, down in seventh on his KTM. And Junior Gottis on the Honda, top Honda in eighth, ahead of Brock Shoemaker in ninth. And Justin Hill on the Kawasaki, top Kawasaki, down in 10th. Very disappointing result with Carl Chisholm in 11th. And then we've got William Young at the back.
That was definitely not the type of performance he was hoping for. He was never really a factor in the race and is going to have to find a lot more speed if he wants to win.
So I don't know why Hillman's so upset. Maybe just missing out on that podium, really did upset him. Too Plessinger, he's behind in the championship. He's up to fourth now. A single point ahead of Jesse Nelson. And just ahead of Justin Hill as well by 4 points. And Mitch Oldenburg by 5. As we've got Plessinger 9 points ahead on 42 points in third. He's just 3 points behind Martin Davalos, your winner on the Husqvarna. He's 2 points behind Shane McElrath on the KTM after a couple of podiums beginning the season. Has to further down behind the top 8. You've got Philip Nicoletti up into 9th on his Suzuki with 21 points. In Carl Chisholm ran out the top 10 on his Honda, just a single point ahead of his foe, Honda runner of Jeremy Martin. Has, let's see how many riders have scored points so far this season, up to 25 now, with Jeffney Kittner at the back on his Honda. As a better ride from Hillman then, not quite getting what GoPro wanted, as Ralph Stream says, but it was so close to that podium. Just one C mistake with that crazy whip cost him. As hey, high side, you have to improve your points if you want to win the championship. No shit, James. Thanks for telling high side that he's got to start winning races. As what's going on high side, you can do better, says Delmer. What are you talking about? This is a decent start to his rest career. As we're off, well done, high side, says Anti. That's much better. from the fans. Her sponsor says get top 3 next time. Well, you do that, get his first podium in the rest with the second visit to Angel Stadium and Anaheim in California next time out. South watch, and we'll find out then.